Hey guys, what is up? So the iPhone 6 came out in 2014, making this phone almost 3 years old. It's more like 2.5. And me personally, looking around the body, I think it's still one of the best looking phones ever made. Obviously the iPhone 7, iPhone 6s both look like this, but this is the original kind of 4.7 inch bigger iPhone. The buttons held up pretty well too. The home button on some iPhones that I've played around with, they've kind of been less or more clicky. It really depends. You can always use the assistive touch on the settings app, which is what I use all the time. But turning on the screen, we have a 720p display, so it's an HD display. It still looks pretty sharp to me. You know, obviously compared to an iPhone 7 or even an iPhone 6 Plus, it's not as sharp, but it doesn't look bad at all. I still think it looks pretty good. And the version of iOS I'm running on is iOS 10.1.1, but it's upgradable to the newest version of iOS, which is amazing. You know, apparently this phone is still going to get updates up until 2019, so we're just gonna have to wait and see if that's the case. And so turning on this phone, we can delete all the apps with iOS 10. We can delete the music app and all that stuff. Speaking about music, this phone still has the headphone jack on the bottom, you know, which is a controversial thing with the iPhone 7. A lot of people don't know this. You can actually play music through your lightning charger from your iPhone 6 or 6 Plus or 6S. They think the iPhone 7 was the first one, but if you have your car, you can even use lightning headphones with your iPhone 6. And we also have the speaker on the bottom, which is kind of weak. It could be better. It's kind of loud. It gets mildly loud, but if you're a heavy sleeper like me, I tend to sleep through alarms and stuff. Now, speeds on this phone are pretty good. I'm not going to run a benchmark test or anything, but for me just testing it out and whatnot, it seems pretty smooth, pretty reliable. It does kind of lag frames if you're doing heavy gaming, like maybe like Real Racing 3 or something like that. It heats up a little bit and it tends to suck battery life quite a bit, but for a 3-year-old device, it's not that bad at gaming at all. It only has like a dual core processor, and I believe it's clocked at 1.4 gigahertz, so it's not the fastest thing in the market right now. But if you're looking at buying an iPhone 6, I'm sure you're wanting it because of the price and not so much because of the power it might have. And also running miscellaneous apps and stuff, if you have a lot open at one time, it only has 1 gigabyte of RAM, so if you have multiple apps in the background, sooner or later it might close some apps. Battery life on this phone was kind of adequate. A lot of people nowadays have faulty batteries. Over time, batteries tend to deteriorate. My phone, I didn't really have any issues with battery life. I was already expecting not to have good battery life in the first place. I was averaging around maybe like 3 hours of screen on time each day, or maybe like in use time. So it's not really bad battery life. It's more like adequate. And of course, it depends how you use it. With my 6 Plus, I can like go all day. I can game. I can do all this kind of stuff, and I won't really care about battery life. I'll end the day with sometimes 40%, and if I game or it's a heavier day, maybe 20%. But with the iPhone 6, I wasn't really seeing myself going through the whole day. With my average use, I had to kind of maybe turn on low power mode, and that kind of makes sense. You know, it only has a 1810 milliamp hour battery. So let's look at the future of this phone. Like I said, this phone is supposed to get updates until 2019. All in all, if you're even hesitant about picking up an iPhone 7 or an iPhone 6s, I would recommend picking up an iPhone 6. If you need more battery life, if you need a bigger screen or whatever, get a 6 Plus. Even, you know, they're really cheap nowadays. Like, you can pick up a iPhone 6 for around $200 on eBay. Obviously it's gonna be like 16 gigs, but it's still an amazing deal. I'll leave some links in the description of where you can pick one of these up. I think I'll leave some Amazon links. But yeah, guys, that's pretty much it. Quick announcement: I started a second YouTube channel, mostly for maybe like tutorials and how to do videos and whatnot. So if you don't mind, could you please go to the first link in the description and check out my new channel. I only have one video up. It has like 6 views, so it's not like ready by any means, but I do want to kind of have a base on there as well. So a type of videos I'm going to drop in there are probably like how to use Final Cut Pro, how to learn Logic. If you guys aren't familiar, that's the first video I just dropped. How to use Photoshop, how to use all sorts of other things, how to shoot videos, maybe like this one. I'll probably drop those all, even jailbreaking videos if I ever jailbreak my phone. I just wanted this channel to be more tech based and the other channel to be more tutorial based, like I said. Also, don't forget to add me on all of the social networks around here. Hit me up on them if you want to talk or something. I'll try to talk to you guys back. I love all you guys, and hopefully I'll see your face in the next video. Peace out.